Good morning. Good morning. Today we are going to be doing grade 7 mathematics. Week 1, we're still under exponents. We are going to be doing cubes and cube roots. So a cube is a number multiplied by itself and then by itself again. So example of this would be that we are going to take 2, which is a number multiplied by itself times 2 when we say multiply by itself, and then by itself again times 2 again. So that is what a cube is. It's a number multiplied by itself, which is a number, 2 multiply by itself, which is 2, and then by itself again, which is another 2, which equals to 8. Now a cube root is a number that multiplies itself 2 times to get the base of a root, or let's say to get a base of a cube root. That makes most, to make a base of your cube root, right? So what we mean by this is that your cube root is a number that multiplies itself 2 times like that to give you the base of this. This is your cube root. The base of your cube root is your 8. This is an example. Cube root, your base is 8. Now, you always ask yourself when it comes to roots, what number is going to multiply itself 2 times to get the base of your cube root? And what is that number? That number is 2. So your answer is 2, because 2 times 2 times 2 equals to 8. How many 2's do you have? 3. You've got 3 2's. If it's a simple way for you to remember when it comes to cube roots. How many 2's are there? 3 2's. 1, 2, 3. We are going to do cubes up to 6. So which is basically 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, 4 cube, 5 cubed, and 6 cube, which equals to, right? So what does this mean? 1 cubed equals to a number, which is 1, multiplied by itself and multiply by itself again, which equals to what? 1. Equals to 1. Right. 2 cubed equals to 2, which is a number, multiplied by itself and multiplied by itself again, which equals to 8. And then 3 cubed is 3, which is a number, multiplied by itself again, which equals to 27. And then we have 4 cubed, also, remember, very important, that cube. Which means now 4 cubed equals 4 times 4 times 4, which equals to what? 64. 64. And then 5 cubed, which equals to 5 times 5 times 5, a number multiplied by itself and by itself again, which equals to 125. And then 6 cubed, we're going to say 6 times 6 times 6, a number multiplied by itself and by itself again, which equals to 216. Right. And then now we are coming this side to cube roots. I think I must open all my pens. This side to cube roots. This is a symbol of a cube root. It's the symbol of a cube root. And then, what do we have that is different on a symbol of a cube root? We have this 3 right there. And what can we say about that 3? This one will remain there with the cube roots. It's there to stay. Unlike with the square root where it's invisible. There, with cube roots, it will be there. Right. Now with cube roots, we start once again. They are linking, which is very important. I like doing them together so that you can see what you are doing. So then you've got cube root 1. Never not forget the 3. Cube root 1 equals to. Now you must ask yourself when you are doing the cube root. Ask. There's an ask. What number or which number multiplies itself I'm not going to say 3 times. Multiplies itself and itself again to give you 1. Right? What number is that? And that number is what? It's 1. The number is 1. And then when you do cube root 8, you ask yourself again, what number multiplies itself and itself again to give you the base of your cube root, to give you this number? What number multiplied by itself and by itself again is going to give you 8? What number is that? That number is going to be what? 2. 2. You ask yourself again, what number multiplied by itself and by itself again is going to give you 27? What number multiplied by itself and by itself again is going to give you the base of your cube root? It's going to give you 27. What number is that? And our number is 3, because 3 multiplied by itself and by itself again gives you 27. And I mean, once you know this, it's going to be very, very simple. The minute you see this, you will know it's 3. The minute you see this, you will know. So it's very important to have this image in your head so that you can be familiar with these numbers. And then, sorry, this is here. It's inside the sign. And then you ask yourself again, what number multiplies itself and by itself again is going to give you 64? What number is that? You are correct. It's 4. And then we come again. What number multiplied by itself and by itself again is going to give you 125 to get your square root? That number is 5. Ask yourself, what number multiplied by itself and by itself again is going to give you 216? And what is that? That will be 6. So simple. And then we can quickly say, how do you check yourself that you are correct? How do you check yourself? Why is it 1? Why is that answer 1? How do you know? How do you know that you are right? How do you know? How do you know that you are right? How do you check yourself? Right. How do you check yourself? I'm going to check myself. I'm going to say a number multiplied by itself and by itself again, does it give me 1? Yes, which is the base of your cube root. A number 2 multiplied by itself and by itself again, does it give me the base of my cube root? Yes. How do you check yourself? A number, I wrote 3 as an answer. Or it's the cube root of 27. But am I right? So how do you check yourself? A number multiplied by itself and by itself again will give you what? 27. Am I right? Yes. They are linking. It's all one thing. It all makes sense. Am I right in saying the cube root of 64 is 4? Yes, because a number multiplied by itself and by itself again equals to 64. Cube root of 125 equals to 5. Am I right? Check yourself. A number multiplied by itself and by itself again equals to 125. Yes, I'm right. And then the last one. Am I right in saying the cube root of 126 is 6? Yes, because a number multiplied by itself and by itself again equals to 216. These are our cubes. And I mean, once you have this, make it your baby. If you have this, you need to write this down. In fact, I think you must take notes of these classes. Have just like an extra book on the side where you make notes of these classes, because this will help you on your test. This is going to help you in the classroom. Thank you for watching the video. Like, follow, share. Thank you. And just drop a heart. Drop a heart. Just double tap and leave a heart. Bye.